Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of TAMCO Product Premiere. My name's Anthony Moorhead, Sales Director at TAMCO, and this week I'm joined by
Kyler Moorhead, Product Manager of RPP and MCG.
So this week we want to talk about MCG's Contactor product offering. So before we start, Kyler, what is a contactor?
Well, you see, the functionality of a contactor is really quite simple. A contactor is used to make or break an electrical circuit, usually in an industrial application. So, Anthony, think about it. In your everyday life, what are you using to turn something on and off?
A toggle switch?
Exactly, right? So in industrial applications, amperages and voltages tend to get higher, then introduces the use of a contactor like we have here.
Okay, that was a great explanation. So now that we know that MCG offers contactors, what type of contactors do you offer?
So in MCG, we offer three main types of contactors, right? We have here our definite purpose contactor. Here in the middle is an example of a lighting contactor, and there on the end, an IEC contactor. Now, the most popular contactor is usually the definite purpose, or DP contactor. That's because this guy right here is typically used in HVAC applications. So heating, air conditioning, refrigeration, and all the above. This is kind of the solution for that market in specific. And the reason why I say that is because a definite purpose contactor, provides a cost-effective solution, of switching on and off, single or three-phase resistive loads. So.
Okay, Kyler, so I need a definite purpose contactor. Could you help me find the right one?
Yeah, of course. In MCG, we actually developed a neat and handy part number matrix to really help scenarios like this. So our definite purpose contactor part number matrix starts out with MDP. So following that, Anthony, what is the amperage that you're looking for?
20 amp.
20 amp, okay, and what's the number of poles you need for that contactor?
2 poles on this one.
2 poles, all right, and lastly, the coil voltage.
120 volt.
120 volt, perfect. So Anthony, your part number following our matrix is going to be MDP 20A-2P-120.
Awesome, that was simple.
Exactly.
So I've got my definite purpose contactor, but what other contactors do you have?
So another popular contactor that's out there in the industry, and one that we sell here at MCG, is our IEC contactors. And an IEC contactor is used just like a DP contactor, but an IEC allows you to switch higher powered loads on and off, right? So the DP contactors are kind of more in their niche for the lower power. Higher power brings in the IECs here, and the IEC contactor really just allows you more options. So unlike the definite purpose contactor, this IEC contactor is DIN rail mountable, and it also poses the opportunity to add some accessories. So here is an auxiliary contact accessory, but we also have mechanical latching blocks, introduce a manual motor starter, and so on. So much like the definite purpose contactor, in MCG we also have a part number matrix for the IECs, and it's extremely similar, just a few differences. So the matrix starts out with MCG, followed by the amperage, which in this case is 9 amps. And then the second question that you could ask would be, okay, what's the auxiliary that you prefer? If it's just one normally open and one normally closed, that part number matrix is going to be 11. And then it's going to walk right into the coil voltage, right? So let's say the coil voltage is 120. That would be the last part of that part number. And the part number that we just went through together is MCG 9 for 9 amp, 11 for the auxiliary contact option, and then 120, right? Lastly, the coil voltage.
Simple.
Yep, very simple.
Okay, Kyler. So now I need a contactor for my lighting projects. What contactor should I use?
So, another contactor that we offer here in MCG, and this is probably the third most popular of ours, is our lighting contactors, which is a solution to exactly what you're looking for. And I say that because a lighting contactor is used to switch on and off lighting loads safely. In MCG, we offer both an open lighting contactor and also an enclosed lighting contactor.
What's the difference between the two?
So open is actually going to be what's right here in front of me, right? So these three contactors, this is actually an example of a 12-pole lighting contactor, or enclosed, which is literally here enclosed in this NEMA 4 rated steel enclosure. And it's really just up to your customer's preferences on which route you want to take.
Okay, Kyler, I got to ask you one more time. Can you walk me through a part code?
Not a problem, Anthony. Yep. Now, just like the rest of our contactors we discussed today, our lighting contactors also have a simple and easy part number matrix to use. So our lighting contactor series starts off with MCG LC. Now, the first question I have to ask you is this lighting contactor going to be enclosed or open?
Open.
Open? Okay, great. And secondly, do you want this electronically or mechanically held?
Electronically, please.
Electronically, awesome. And the number of poles?
4 poles.
4 poles. And lastly, the coil voltage?
120 volt.
120, awesome. So the part number that you need, Anthony, for your customer is going to be MCG LC OE 4P, again, that's for your 4 pole, right? And then lastly, 120 volt for the 120 volt coil you need.
Perfect. Okay, Kyler, so what makes MCG unique in the market?
Well, at MCG, we not only sell components, but we're actually able to design, build, and QC custom UL panels here in Port St. Lucie. And at MCG, we have what's called a UL 508A listed panel shop that allows us to take a panel from an idea to a finished UL project specific to any customer's needs.
That's awesome, Kyler. So how can the customer get in contact with the team?
If you need any MCG help, you can easily contact the MCG team at info@mcg-usa.com. And again, we can help you take your customer-specific needs from an idea to a finished custom UL panel.
Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in again. We'll see you on the next TAMCO product premiere. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And from Kyler Moorhead and Anthony Moorhead, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.